This week's parasha is Parashat Emor, and it opens with a long chapter which describes to us laws about the Kohanim. And these laws, it's very obvious, are intended to separate the Kohanim from everyone else. They're not allowed to marry everyone. There's certain things they need to stay away from, like becoming tameh, and certain foods they can't eat. And in this sense, the Kohanim are kadosh. They're holy and separate from the rest of the people. And on first level, when we hear about this, we think, gee, that doesn't sound like something that we like. We like equal. We like that everyone's kadosh. And in fact, elsewhere we do see that everyone is kadosh. So what's the Torah trying to do here by separating the Kohanim? Well, I think in order to understand the concept, you have to appreciate the role that the Kohanim were to play according to the Torah. The Kohanim had two primary functions. One, they served in the Bet HaMikdash. They served in the Mishkan. They represented the people before Hashem. So the first role of the Kohanim is service. And the second role is the Kohanim were supposed to be the educators. They were to teach the people about all the things that they needed to know in order to live the right way, in order to serve Hashem. Once we understand this, now we could begin to understand why the Kohanim needed to be kadosh, why they needed to be separate. But before we can explain this, look at the United States of America. Before the last month or two, who were the people that were the most respected, most celebrated? Who were the heroes in America? They were the athletes, they were the entertainers, they were the wealthy, the powerful. These were the people that naturally get celebrated and get separated and elevated in a society. Over the last 6 to 8 weeks, we've come to realize how important the people who serve and educate are in our society. Now we've come to a new understanding of how important it is to have doctors and nurses and delivery people and the people who work in our supermarkets and our teachers. And we have come to this recognition through a complete world change. And it's not our natural way. And we have to remember the message as we go forward. And in fact, this is what the Torah was trying to do. The Torah said the Kohanim, who are not wealthy, they don't own land, they are not powerful, they don't play roles of being the king or the politicians. That's not their job. They serve and they educate. So naturally, these people could be looked past. And therefore, the Torah said, let's make sure we don't ignore these people. Let's make sure we recognize these people for the importance that they serve. They are our models. They are the things that we need to do. And that's right. We're all supposed to be kadosh. We're all supposed to be on some level, those who serve and those who educate. So we've gotten a hard lesson over the last couple of weeks, but this is a lesson, or at least part of it, that was in the Torah all along. And the idea is to recognize the values of service and education, and to recognize the people who dedicate their lives to doing so. I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.